If you blow the whistle on anybody and gold is retrieved, you get 10% of the value of both the gold and the cash.
NPP,
about 600 tons of gold have been smuggled out of our country in the last 10 years.
Kenya fini eko IMF akoko pacho ape $3 billion. Wa bra ya wasti $12 billion.
Gold board na ama seed na ya brand TSC.
Over $5 billion. It means Ghana da.
Payment is about to start.
Next month, you better start your contractor for one car.
Mama Samuel Kwaba ebiem emra dwumadie so afanasia ensama ekoso ewo oman Ghana mu yede ni nyina ebre ahefo NPP amanyuko no womse womontiase emma ablekuma north rerun election a eba be koso no enkoso esanse Electoral Commission na na adwen se obese owiem edema NDC amanyuko no enwati ena Ghana for edin komose Electoral Commission owo hoyi eye nana dodan kwakufuado ene NPP fo no ene de ne baye na denti ena wo ma se twom ho a this time omo se Electoral Commission onye papa quick one enkomo bebre efio eba ebewuram na afe no yahade yekoso ewo ho ene wachi His Excellency John Dramani Mahama no kwasem se contractors na aban de wo mo kan finally from nana dodan kwakufuado penso edi besi sesemrei oba betua wo mu nyina ka na afi no o masa kostate adwuma na ekwan bi wo se omuyi no oman Ghana mu bia no o mayi ensem bebre efrache eba ebero ho nso na afi no bibia aye kama afi finance minister ato forcing anonso de ensem bebre aba tudwa echem se nana dodan kwakufuo do penso godu yirai papa na die nti ena papa no ama orisan semi tudwa ebako nso na afi no ibia aye kama entinansam no doso baransa na commander yebewuram no yenko His Excellency John Dramani Mahama odinsebia betudwa after say gold board task force wo mo lanche ye no wachem say obi a obeti obi anasa wonsa be so obi a o smuggle gold odi gold etwa fam afi oman Ghana akwakoton na monane abraban no enya we no se wo de ne ba aban ne be mo 10%. Eno nam so ma Ghana fo ani ade enti yenkoti nsem ne mra na ekoba minim se enkomo bebre awache ena afen so no Ghana fo bebre interest e was sa story wemti abusua iye nti mra.
Whistleblower channels are in place and informants are eligible to receive 10% of the seized gold or cash value. So whistleblowers, get ready. If you blow the whistle on anybody and gold is retrieved or cash is retrieved, you get 10% of the value of both the gold and the cash. And so to the task force, let me be clear. Abuse of your authority will not be tolerated, and any officer found engaging in misconduct will face immediate sanctions. And these could include dismissal, prosecution, and forfeiture of your entitlements. And so let this serve as a warning to all those involved in gold smuggling and the illegal trade. The law is going to be enforced without fear or favor. The Gold Board Act prohibits unlicensed trading and bans foreigners from purchasing gold on the local market. Any breach of this act could lead to a hefty fine of up to 2.4 million Ghana cedis or imprisonment of 5 to 10 years or both. You can be imprisoned for between 5 to 10 years and still pay the fine. So this is a warning to those involved in the illicit gold trade.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama,
of course,
and then some doson, but Kitwabi, Yeni Kamura, and some people told that ena Ghana for be bossy. Almost a tomorrow don't meet me.
Okay,
quick one in room way.
Well, the right away, yeah, but I was sick. I'm in charge of a fee. Yes, just say I need a Jumay Humkomaka. The right, Grofo brain, some more can say, konkonsa adwuma asan se Ghana akonkonsa fo mu di konkonsa wi a ebro ne ebu wo mo kwa but we dey ukodi konkonsa na odi agisika gubutum Ewata ade ba kwa e wo se hye ne so ne se as a country person developing this is one of the best initiatives because at the end of the day yenyina ya dwene se ye pesika da ye o mani ye wabra ye mmobusia enti obia eni mra so enti se obi eye gold smuggler na so be smuggle gold akona etia mra de a se meme ko bob ya mane se asamasi odi bone a yentia se ti se obi kunipa na makobo police for mane se asamasi oye widini o kunipa na mahu but a similar issue enti ebasa nipa na wakoba amane onye bone whistleblower na onye bone because eye bone ye say bone we ye mpeso obi abeye emra ni tia hwe na wan nye sa bone no e na wakwa enti sem koba amane a menye bone bia we should accept it because God high wo no then be the mercy nchen na fe ye hwe favoritism any moral issues because obi kura be kase wan hwa obi no obi timantamo na oye go smuggler untimi nkoka because at the end of the day okoka why you wouldn't anama that is the mentality a shagana footrum but I tell about me right abino as a whole then himself whistleblowers they normally entire who enti abino so make sure say obia obe blow whistle actually say asamasi or you go smuggler enti yam kwache no no right nipa kura o blow whistle no abino make sure say ya cover nipa na etwon kote da
okay na and some John Dramani Mahama president area today who say ebeboade
Raja ebeboade man ebeboade there were a lot of gold smugglers here omo mining and na me gusu ka say most of them are foreigners na omo ne Ghana for enenam omo ne Ghana for na ye adwuma but say obeka kire Ghana ni say brana be ka kire me na ye nkwachi nipa no without anything because oni nipa na nam kra onya bibidi ogo ho ne nam onya do deserve the but onya bibi kakra enti osu se de nipa na ye ne nye but se be kwa ko kana me nya hwe na nipa no so ye be che ne de na ko na kakra me nya wo no ho so be bom de e na ye nya ne nsei but at the end of the day obi mpo ho anya oni nipa ne nam but onimo no say asemasi we go smuggler say onim say okwa price money bi da kwa but eno nko ayade a ebe encouraging say okay at the end of the day bra me say me bre akobo amane me blockers to say go smuggler bi wa ha no menya something out of it Rata, yen hwe sika na se ho but at the end of the day sika your motivation nti say ye chi nipa no na go ni sika wa no ho no ebesum ebia 1 million Ghana cedis na wo je 10% of it right so na cry o genuine evidence about obia o de be ko no kwakwa 10% me amete hey say minimum obia oye go smuggler yeah minim say wa bu mra so oni license and wo smuggle gold de kwa right me block question no na ba je me 10%
any we just say and some John Dramani Mahama ka say obey inclusive government no so we say no eno na ekoso I say na by no person or include Ghana for nyina
every single person involved because where you say directly and I say indirectly abine the waka na mamu ne ho
ana one thing so ne say tax force awate no who say man for ka say sa galamsey tax force no omo kodru galamsey site wa no makwa kogiska free galamsey for no ho na o maja wo mu enti this time no de ebe ade ne bekwa say we galamsey tax force na ohu obi no osmogo good e de akọ amanfo froso na wonsa so ne mu a onyi sika wo no ho but o de ne bekọ aban no ho no akọ jiska wa aban no ho
perfect
enti sansa bi de ebeboa
rata ensam ne beboa pa because ni pa ne komode no enti okọ site ne ma no 5,000 Ghana cedis obeje no wasan so okọ go smuggler hona smuggler no e ma ne 10,000 obesan onim say at this stage say otimi chew de okọ na emra ne no ye adwuma na ono ne leaky info e ma kire ne ba so a at the end of the day the rata obenya ne 10% commission higher than bribe na ke de ma no aside that me te say Oma chiremu say most of tax force for no omo ba use body cameras say dey ba your omo ankasa no omo ntimi nko gisika emfa nhye wo omo ho na omo nsan pepa omo no metenasi because enkrofo bi o ha omo ye omo ho dua broni oba sumani say onko okwa smuggler ne wo ho ono ne be kwa negotiate na wa gisika right wa gisika ne bia na wa ba bonte abeka kire say omo koye no bia ni ho nti I agree with the government say there was a body cameras a part of sa omadwuma na omkwakwe no said the be at the end of the day every single person be a cooperation be no and benefit to officer na omo monitor no said the be ontimi enkoye ne personal interest onko bokro no.
Okay.
But a very good idea.
Okay. Yentumrika na enkoha enochi ana finance minister atofosi isa amanfo bona baso passe obo adwuma ore nsembia tudwa abusia iyenkotiemra enema koso e previous government na hweye iyentiemra koba ebedi hu nkomo.
Your Excellency, it is estimated that about 600 tons of gold have been smuggled out of our country in the last 10 years. In fact, in the last 5 years alone, approximately $12 billion has left the shores of Ghana unaccounted for. Mr. President, imagine $12 billion translating into foreign exchange and supporting Ghana's reserve position. Certainly, our national currency will be stable. Or imagine the number of hospitals, schools, water, and roads that revenue from these smuggled gold resources would have used for. Mr. President, this is something we need to confront head on. It is time for us to be decisive and ruthless towards those who are sabotaging the economy of Ghana. The people of Ghana deserves better.
Finance minister, and sir, for the past 5 years, and say $12 billion.
And
Ayra.
And a gold wa ayra. A few of mine.
And what thing?
Tiseka, a binding saka gold no. Oh, and a otoye in the last 5 years, and at least ya nyusumpwa, and can ya save $12 billion at the home from gold wa ayra and kwan.
Nka ebet me ya kwan. Ebet me schools, hospitals aye bring ebet me CB. Amo man nya so mfa so.
Ya onim dia nwanwa.
Dabi.
Ewata hu say yesi Ghana akwan bebre aka ho. Ghana projects ye nyina aka ho because eni sika ye ditua.
Oh.
Director so check here from 2017 and another beye mampani. Ever since 2025 our President John Dramani Mahama tia konya so.
Yeah.
E kai the contractors nyina no. A little over 67.5 billion Ghana cedis.
Oh.
Enti Saudi dollar. Let's just say around $6.75 billion. Enti e kai the contractors nyina our Ghana. Director a bro half of gold we yira no so kitu abi enti seka gold na nyira ye chemu mienu pepepa half okra etimi tua contractors ni sika ni nyina emomu wie roads any infrastructure ye started 2017 ebesi ne no anke ye tua ho ka nyina bia ye wie ni nyina da dada
ene we nyina ntina ayi gold smugglers yi wo mbo fui
Rata asem ni nyina no
o se na se otan hu mo social media no so
omubu afu Rata omubu afu
o so de gold board no ye ne nye
Rata omubu afu a ye nye bu afu chen wo mu because sika akọ omubu toma the Rata amfa abansem aban anya 1 cedi amfrim ananka sa sika no ya kwan ya de ama contract adaya de ama contract in the last 8.5 years and gebetime de omusika ni mu half etue ni nyina wie Rata imagine say akwan dodo aban awodo de ama contractors ya omuntumi nya because of sikasem anke ye ni nyina wie ya anka Ghana kan future akasem half of it in the end yes say even after sa we nyina no IMF bailout oye koye no IMF am $3 billion that $3 billion no and IMF e share free na na time akuta ye mu $3 billion no mu chichem ema yen kakra na o mu kire ye nje yenye mu mfa adwumayfo Director omo kire se mu mfa sika se na ma contractors eni se mu kire se because mu economy ni nye meanwhile odo omo $3 billion no kra be kan contractors ni sika no ho a Director anke wo $12 billion na engebetima cover ni nyina fi ho ntika ye ne IMF eni sika sem bia ka anke nya afi ne ye ko IMF akoko pacho ape $3 billion wa bra ya waste $12 billion but 4 times
Ghana so bibi hayo
pa
arentina wo se ya natural resources ade ye dia nipo ba akofo timi wia sasika no ekodi ni kwa no man ni nyina se ye kwa akogye bosia be ye o man ni ye adwen na nkasa no
bosia na ye gire nso enuru sika na ya man krofo adi ni free no
dabi
enti diama Ghana sem eye ya pa ne se mampani bi ba na se aban bi ba na aban ne sha se o ka se dabi ade we de yempene a obenya nkrofo te se ne gold buyer so moka se aban ne nipa boni ni aban ne moa wo aban ne pese o ha wo mo mi wa wo ne mi nyina ya adwen se aban ne ye sika de akekere wo man no sa kro no sika na enei almost smuggle gold de kono aban it means stop right aban ni benya sika dey solve all the necessary problems how say solve say what $12 billion da hon na anka energy sector ka kania no ka solve problem na twam e kana da ho nyina no e less than $5 billion e ka ene da ho but ye nya sika solve nti I agree with the government many atofo sen ya adwen say sa nipa na mo benefit huge from it no the matter ayene de when the was so guna numa ompe onye na adwen say obesesa because oye kromfo usi kro no bokwan so a woni mu nyansa bi
but na manfo so kase John Dramani Mahama ne na ban eye no o man hwe ya next election no memfa ne say galamsey areas no NDC able lose vote ewo ho
the director
sansam no mo kan
the director e no kre e possible say
because we say na yesi gold no ebo no so ate because say no o to a ade say okoton ma aban no na aban no nya tax enya emfaso wo so but first ne de no mo smuggle de ko gina brofo no as o mo to the straight gina bo no wo so but this time no ase aban no to ansa no na koton ma brofo no
director
je ba sa na yesi galamsey fo no madwawo
abrabo na ye bo no o papa de obedru President John Dramani Mahama ne ya me no gusu kasai say ye to aba na NDC for ye writing na enunti nkrofo bufu na omo to aba di tell no omo free power yepe we agree ye nim say omo ye ade papa ma o man no and ni papa on for see they don't want them omo mpe papa the president abra o lose 2016 election no oko interview e wo US and ye bisa say e dey no lose election as sitting president and o say oka no kwa na to obetia no ne no kra o kai no e dey na babak
oh yeah ndie pa
enti so omo be di no kra ma o man no na manfo de ho abufo ne ehisem e be to obeti o ma the writer e good o de omo ka no kre say o man ne ye ya o chena bi ye de omo bo be ma wo the writer baby ye dru no ye ntimi so so enipa kakra bi so because omo ka sansem no the writer omo kra no do you saying? Omo do so there, but menya sure say they are more than reasonable Ghanaians. Omo dwen ye adwuma, omo susu say ye mamra enya adwuma no. The same nipa kro no, ote ho a, rota or complain say e kwan nye. Nipa kro no complain say hospitals mfidie ni ho. The same person o see ye nya no na on smuggle gold na onye sika mfansi fia kese ntoka kese owi o se kwa kwan na ban timi nye aban no onkofa sika we ne meye I agree with the government many to force nya adwen rata pampim bia was aban ebo no ommo se e was o de sone ye e na sone nipa so a on sone ye gold na aban koton
commander ye tu fa na ye ko same jamfinchen orensem bia tu da ye se gold body any gold da o man na ton no eno na nam so ama chese ye sidi no e ho ade sa no e be muso se da bi enye sa ne te ye tie sem asame jamfidi atudwa ene nsem no doso ye nkomra
I say next month you be start here contractor for one car sort yes enti already ato forcing as finance minister my boss now already governor now the gold board that is what has given us this macroeconomic stability. The whole world
gold board now I'm see the naya brand here.
We thank Mr. President for that. We thank Mr. President for that. The president is right because Obi we started trading on the 3rd of February as PMMC. Then we came to gold board on 3rd of April. And ye me nkwano with my team at PMMC now gold board. Gold nkwa ya tono. And the dollars ya diabra hano is more than $4.5 billion. Into the private sector, the account from January bana over $5 billion. It means Ghana that
in 6 months.
In 6 months, yes, less than 6 months. 2024, the whole year, Ghana $4.6 billion from small scale mining. Good. $4.6 billion.
In one whole year.
One whole year. June, $5 billion. June. In terms of volumes, because sometimes I've read writers by Simons when we are getting more because international market price are cost. And international market price are cost. And no boama isika na yenye free good. But what is also a fact is the volumes.
The volumes are more tono.
Yes.
And also
because my memory example, the whole of 2024 small scale good yetimi export was 66 tons. 66 tons no. Worth $4.6 billion. Dollars ni bibrama. Because they at the time private people were doing the exports and they were allowed to repatriate 80% back. and most of them were not complying to dollars on the number. What's the point I'm trying to say? Yeah, no, by half year, no. Yeah, 51.5 tons. And by the end of this month, July, we will cross 60 tons. So in terms of volumes, you know, in 7 months, we are equating what we did last year. 12 months. And I will not be surprised. We will not end this year with an output of anything less than 110 tons. My target and the target of Gold Board is 120. But I will not be surprised with a worst case scenario between 100 to 110. That will be a huge improvement. And what tied that to the increase, the surge in the global market price now, Ghanaians will benefit.
And that would mean, sir, we are looking at bed in excess of $10 billion coming in.
Yes. Yes, already we've done 5 billion.
But how 5 billion?
And you see the 5 billion, no?
Yes.
You see, June, July, gold output from because of the rains.
Sure.
Once you enter August, September, then gold output will even go up. So I think that we may even do more than 110. And we will move away from just bringing in forex. That's the next phase. Into generating profit for the country on the price of gold.
But my question substantially was said, sir, 5 billion half year, no? Layman maybe says $5 billion.
It is in our so TBB as you.
Okay.
$5 billion, no? And on a serve the market needs. Ghana would demand for dollars, which demand must be met every day.
Yes.
So what's the point I'm trying to say? Now, if your exchange rate, see the now a function of demand and supply, me the better because more. Nipa dodo pay dollars as against dollars dodo war. Se nipa bebre demand more dollars. Na dollar wo ho ye kakra bia usika usidi no na ho de beba form dollar ho de be kosoro because it means a dollar short ade bia short so ane boy den.
Yes.
Are you getting my point? So one of the primary responsibilities of Bank of Ghana is say omemema ade a your friend of forest liquidity awo ho chese e was say obroni sika ewo man ni mu a obi ope bia ya ade bia be den ebetimi enya bi enne be ma seed ya den enya ho den. So meno ka say BDCs every month omu hia $400 million.
Yes.
No mo dia akokra fan waba eno na wo ko to bi diesel petrol di gu ka mu ana wo generator mu industries will be use $400 million. Omo ma ye nyina ma ho den no IPPs no ye the dollars na ti omo ka. What do you say? Ghana buying the car bilateral obligations and omo ye di omo ka foreign debt obligations that was you ti omo in dollars. Yeah, the dollar ultimately facing ko tu as abro for neka. So what you say? And ye wo the general market when nipa wo makola KGT omo ye adwuma wo Ghana obi ehia dollar kokra nyema. Enti the demand is huge. And this sika na ye de ba no averagely $200 million to $250 million a week, you know. It goes to meet that demand.
That market demand.
Now the account Bank of Ghana the account reserves. So the difference the difference between the forex we generate and the forex that the Bank of Ghana gives the market to meet their demand, you know, is what goes to add up to the reserves.
Sami Jemfi NFA Gold Board,
of course.
And say finally what change mu say Gold Board no enama yensiri no hwan dey sa no.
Yeah.
Amon for bisa question bebre. Amon for say US NFA China enama yensiri no hwan ye dey sa no. But then finally Sami Jemfi change mu but amon for so money nyadwe. Quick one you know
Roger, very fortunate. Na omo na Gold Board ne ban. No omo so omo ntia se da fi mo so omo ya before. Roger eye be ye pa na ha omo.
For the
Roger de ma be ye ha omo no for reason ya me ba beken. De ma be ye ha omo nie. Roger in Afi 2024 the whole year.
Yeah.
Na say in terms of small scale mining gold wa aban etotoye na okotoye no. Eye $4.6 billion.
Yeah.
Na half of the year. Aban na timi enya over $5 billion
Yeah.
Rata ose umpewi.
Enti yamfa ne say o de a whole year no a whole 2025 no kwa no yenya 10 billion
yenya 10 billion
nti 4.6 and 10 billion
10 billion
ebro half mpo
not ebro half because
it is scan nyina na sa gold nyina fa henfa
right say me concern say dia aka no e fa hen because in sa 1 year no omunya 4.6 billion no sa me jemfi say gold wa omoton 2024 e be mo sa na ye 66 tons ena omo no half of this year no kwa no omanya gold nko 51 tons nti at the end of the year no wonimu wadwen anya adwuma kura o ma se wukura na wonim say afeni ena omanya 51 enti afeni nko wie no omanya 100 tons de ombenya
ena wenso enegi sem ne say e oman ni nyina na enya so mfaso
asem ni nyina
sika no nko nipa ba ko botomo because we say no say omoton sa gold yi ne ne me na omodi kotua kai de a se me no mie ne enya so mfaso
right asem ni nyina no because nkomo ayedi ye deka ope umpe obetua na no na US fo asase e dan ye ka no ebeta e ka odi obetua o twumni betene pe ye wo a lot of obligations ya aban ni pe umpe also ofofele now over fulfill you need foreign currency and now there say the na sami jemfiken enti aban ni ba ye no tax dodo sempo na ya jeje rata enima dodo sen na ya ton enti sika na ye hia wo man nim ye de aircraft fuel ya ba ye say ye pesa light ni gina so light no so fuel na ye kra dia power no ye kra in foreign currency dollars enti wa nya sika amfa nkra rata usidis na wo ho no eno na wo de akosesa dollars no enti at the end of the day oba wie no cedi na be useless because dollar no ho ye den di amount enti so obi ti ba bi na wo say gold board no so nim faso onye ntum say gold board na ma seed no I stable rata se wono a
se de amana ba ne sa ne ye nkane na amanfo timi be yi gold TV so sa gold no ebia one day bia no timi meki $1 million and na $1 million no ye so mfa mra ban no no man ni nyina me no mienu yenya so mfa so nti ne $1 million no onya sabi
enko ne hobi
ebia be $500 million nti o se ne buafu
rata o se ne buafu na de ma asem no kra ya ne say sika bebrebe we half of sika na e wo se yenya na yenya no rata akọ waste o ma di sika ne kwa nti se de ye kan rata ye sha se no okra we that concern say ene sa 4.6 na omu enya no ye ne obi di half year enya over 5 billion no e just ye benya 10 billion at least 10 billion dodo na aka no e ko hwan botom rata metima
akọ individual bottom
akọ individuals bottom ya individuals no bebre na so no mo e benefit from the government na abam nkrofo so benefit from them enti na mfa aban ho because aban nim say we dey ye nkrofo enti em omo nidi men ye nya omo na omo feel comfortable na omo nya de omo pese omo ye but I agree with Sami Jamfi rata baby aga na gina ne no ye ni any source of income bia be maye sika kese se de gold board na de maye no service ene betima maye sa sika no nti I agree with him e was aban de ahode bia kwose gold board nim na sika dodo a ye nya firi ho no ye nkoso na ye nya na ema seed ni enye stable de rata okasa no unimu nya sakura hafa onya fa wadwen kakra wo no toto ho ye kwa kwokrafu ho ye kwa kotuaka ni nyina be hia dollars the writer within every week biaro you hear $250 million in foreign currencies and a dear diduma ye nya nieman ton ye nya sika papa bia ye konya foreign currency no way nti age say ye tam cedis ya ye wo na ye kosesa e de foreign currency ansa na yetimi e de akwa fele sa obligations na but that doesn't make sense sa buy it me of a very good strategy na oman no e move we should all accept ye ni akire but a gold board ne to me me papa one of the best policies ya ma since democracy buy and ebo Sami Jamfi abaso omo adwuma
yemfri sansam no so wenam so ama say aban se wanyeska odi betua contractors ka na omasan ko back to work akwa ye adwuma quick one enti kumase for montwan interchange na ai MPP for start ye no aban si wo mo ba bewie pokuase de ekwan de doso John Dramani Mahama yentense mo de atudwa
the issue you raised about the payment to contractors. Payment is about to start from the end of this month. The Minister of Finance has put some money aside to begin to clear the arrears of contractors. So I'm sure that some of the contractors who have been working on your projects will be paid so that they can go back on site and continue their work. He's prioritizing payments to road contractors because several of the road contracts have stalled and slowed down.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Yeah.
And say Abayno Sanetie.
Of course.
Ayen Twaso.
Yeah.
And Tia Juma Obi Stati, you know.
Yeah.
Also Twaso. And one of John Dramani Mahama ye.
Mo. Rata, when my dear Bako. Rata, my mom and Penyabaso. We all agree, say, Ope Pill, I was said, yeah, also, yeah. Inti Abayne Baya, not Orcase. Or go through the contractual books a hodwa, ya sign a contract a hodwa no. Aban per se officially in it's a finance minister shedding in a movie. Na oma green light say contracts when you are net and aquam, and the entire near tracker. Rather contractors in the Brilliant Jepesia. Oh, and it's a contract, no, at the Hona or Yesica and Ma, but Jebusa a Juman and Sanka. Also, when Timmy could be a Jumano. That's after 6 months, Abani to say, I'm posting to Omoka. Rather, it is in the right direction.
Mr. Contractors, and also says Abani Chamuka, when I win ye. Na say kwa omoya no man kan na munu die tutunta mu
yata oni bibi
omoya ya na tutu
sapetin ya be kwan no enne obekọ no omoye ekina na omawi ne nansa so obekọ na kwan na tutu yata ade ba ko a ama manage on appointment amampani ye ho ye Kwame Agboza yata oye road engineer aban ni ko road sector yata at the end of the day who say obi a lawyer ni akwa ni road minister obi a doctor ni road minister yata ebasa adwuma nankasa no on TSSA empire mi bo nyina ne say aban ni share say o initiative payment ahodo a yata say de o kan ye no contractors no enye focus na omonye o madwuma say de o so omoye but contractors ne ye o madwuma no yata e wo say aban ni ministry no omoye proper supervision of adwuma no yentimi entwe sika kese emfa ma or contractors na o makwa kwe kwan bia saa engineer kwa na okoje kakra hye ni botom kwan ni nye engineer se kwan wa ma green light ye mientum na nkofo mfa so ebedi afina kwan na tutu but we cannot allow that to continue yentumi saa enti de aban no betima ye de aboy ni se ye sika na oba start ye payment no o ye payment no contractors na almost start se omo ye adwuma aban no so make sure say oba follow contractors na wa supervise adwuma no aban no fa na ni mienu eni akire right say wani mienu esema ye ni nyaw sa aban na ni di adwuma na chi na every field bi ana say every step bi omo bedru no engineers and supervise na omo hwema but contractors na kasa they will do the right thing but ankoye sa na ko say ye twesika amam ye twen say mu hwia na ye ba behwe dia ye be hwie no dada na kotobe kumba
yemfu sansam no so na yenko NPP Justin Kodia eba bontin be press conference yensan ko ne ntie ne nsem no na ekoba ebedi nkomo because omo ablekuma wa muntimi participate re-election ebeba so no Electoral Commission so say MPP for na yi no ma me no Jemensa NDC for no complain ya say ma me no modemo from omo nyini mfi so but omo so omo ntia se enne abekwatia omo yenya mo tre na entie nsema Justin Kodia ya tudwa ene de entia omo ntimi participate ye ba information wachi
enyanmu a ye hia mu ewa ha ene press conference a ekoso ewa ablekuma north ha no NPP yasem eyetetia last week ya press conference ewa your party headquarters ema ye kire Ghana for nyina se Electoral Commission asema odi abeto abonten se 19 polling stations so ablekuma north yes ankoto so aba no ye ne nya adwen ne nyina efri se NPP party no ebra court share 4th January 2025 say Electoral Commission one bra ablekuma north no one share say polling stations atiaka mu no one share no keka ne nyina bom nya ye hu nipa wadi nkunim o ablekuma north Electoral Commission police na court saka say police for esambo Electoral Commission ho ban ye shase yetimi ye ya bomode ema ne be ka 3 polling stations pe ema ye tro krata ekoma Electoral Commission say 3 June NPP ya ye na ye besi ehu ba bia Electoral Commission college na koduru ema Electoral Commission tro krata bre NPP say aka 3 polling stations pe na domu hia ne se Ghana police ebobo mo ban na omatima wie ampa so Electoral Commission ekotena parliament ema wiasin TV nyina Ghana fo nyina hu omo Dr. Bossman SSC sudua se ablekuma dia aka 3 polling stations pe 12 June Electoral Commission any party siaye NPP any NDC ekosiaye ema omo sa aka se aka 3 polling stations pe ye nwa mo NDC for omo so omo ntiase chinchina ye nkoya rerun Electoral Commission ka say there be one pre aka 3 polling stations after the day next year 1st July Electoral Commission FA parties ni say the NDC for can ene no mbakọ ye adwuma eno na ye NPP for ye party no ye near parliamentary candidate ye region ye national ye nyina say the court no the Electoral Commission can no ye ntie ene ye fa nya adwuma entie na isiamu wa ha ensema ye ka no last week Thursday no ne say simu kana ne say the information any evidence esa aka ho entie na mo share screen na me de kire mo a me say political parties be our coalitions we are ye ma copy of pink sheet ye ma NPP bi ye ma NDC bi Electoral Commission ono aso won copy ho NPP ye saka ye pink sheet ni a ye scan pink sheet no se be ya empo bi kura ira kura ye benya copy ato se be ya ye kwakwa de pa bonefo kwa akose pink sheet ne kura ye benya copy ato enti 281 polling stations no ye scan pink sheet ni nyina ansa na ye call Electoral Commission ho enti ye call Electoral Commission ho no ni enim se ye di nkunim ewo ablekuma eno enene pink sheet ya scanning nyina 281 nyina no ya beyi ewo TV no so di akire mo na meboa na ewie press conference no so a ye be circulate magana obi ehun sa 281 pink sheet na ye kan wasem eno ene keka ni nyina aboma ye ka se ye candidate a ogina ye na nekwafie o win elections no with 414 votes. At the Electoral Commission, side 19 polling stations are all can want some crown. Nina scan copies in an ye show our TV no so. At your records in our ho. Nanyanum ablekuma for Sebi December 7th. Mubu wa mutu kwan na mubabe to aba. Mubu wa muja modwuma ana mbeto aba. Aba na mubeto ye no. Motu ye ama ye maame na na kwafie ena dunkunim enadia mobapene enadia mbati asese aba ya to awie no Electoral Commission be ka che se ye sankoto no foforo ablekuma nofo etena ye baya ne mani nyina dadi e de akire mo ene esesi mudua se court to transe January 4th or say Electoral Commission ko neko kan emane wo ho no ne declared wa wini court an ka say Electoral Commission ko ne ko to aba foforo etene ye hyiam wo ha ye NPP the New Patriotic Party ye nko abato bia ne ye nko abato bia kina ye wini abano eti ye de tiasie de nim ne se ye coalition awie de ye try Electoral Commission ne se obesia party for NPP and NDC na 3 polling stations na aka no obedi abetudwa na ye nyina ye wie ni aka se ye maame akuya fiye ono ana adi nkunim eno ana ye twen enti enam saa sunti ye di asem no akodan court say anamo electoral commission to no court no enche for contempt every say emra electoral commission say no enye saa emra no e na odi so e na to so biom saa rera na electoral commission person wo ye no court is entwem free ho na ye NPP de ne kware ene ye hwehwe na ye gina ne kware afam say electoral commission so to aba no so wanto aba no ye maame akwafiye ana adi nkunim awa ablekuma no sabi mo amunim de si wa ablekuma no ha ye to aba wie ya NDC hu say omadi nkukuo baby a ballot boxes ewo school a ballot box esi no no ma ko tweja akoto school nim nipa odi sa na mo echi odi sa debone adebone we echi eye NDC omo constituency organizer aye friend kalamu ena ye wie ya boni a wodi no NDC aban omo reward no mo amunya mo hwahwe TV Electoral Commission office emrantie SLP seat our Electoral Commission office etututuo our Electoral Commission office na sade rekoso na wo Electoral Commission nipa na odi bone no won twe na so na mom de nipa ne kase koye rerun osiyo mate mekwa koye rerun sane ye no etimesiamo essential for amaba ne no mo fa asem ne kwa bonten na Ghana fo nyina ehu sumbambone ene na monto bone a Electoral Commission for A2
NPP say almost omo ntiase initially yen say omo 188
of course
ena fofia ntwata ba ko awu
omo 88
okay 88
one dey be sure dia
hey sorry yeah kama Ghana for babumi o
nyasem keto
88 ena fofia ntwata ba ko awu eho no ayibesa ba so by election be ba so enye likely say NPP be ready likely say seat ni be tsan ko NDC nti emfa no say kobasen sa de a na ba 87 ena fe ablekuma no fudie yi
eno so frima
asemo
na ba 86 nti say obi ka say
abi sab ablekuma no de ye meka ho ma ni 88
but say obi ka no say won hwa ye nuru 2024 2028 no na MPP nkonya na nkasa no yentu omo ba ne pa bebre asa nkonya na firi omo nsa asa akode so e bia na aka be 50
asemo
rata two sad
omo mo ntiase
rata assembly me were two different issues rata in the first place e fa ba MPP case na de ma MPP e case e wo fa ba bi nie na me hwe a me hwe the other side a eno so MPP for na akoso problem we
okay ye di kan hwe sa side nansa
baby a
omo na akoso ye wi a na ekọ mwene so
then tia MPP for na nkasa na akoso problem ne say abani akwakoto mukita mo resource then this is sukuta different resource and ye ka kire mo say ye gi NDC resource rituma mo mpene say ye gi MPP resource tuma NDC so empene Electoral Commission say those polling stations no only scant resource on any there no when man scan enti enya original resource kita no and now polling station honom no electoral officers returning officers ya na was almost sign or man sign into Electoral Commission ejina sa resource nso di declare enyeje into MPP for ntia say MPP for the almost can pin sheet no e dey my Electoral Commission wa bra Electoral Commission die no omo officials ansan ya whatever say Electoral Commission why unfair to NDC because NDC so no omo de ba MPP will not understand that is the first place and no nchen yes say ade we ase in 2023 any ya catch am say Electoral Commissioner Madam Jane Mensa and an assistant omo ntimi adwuma no Koya district assembly election to aswa kokowura electoral registration nim e de koduru ye print ballot papers ankasa nsama esi wo ho but any single time be e baba bonta beka no before some amini ni madwuma Koya to the state say NDC for ne maame ne twemanson all political parties opposition for nyina say Electoral Commission for ne dwuma ne nya NPP for nko say Electoral Commission for they are doing the best for Ghana nti enya omo no omo nya nti se ne obeka kire say onti Electoral Commission say Electoral Commission for no omo nya aboa nwanwaso bia adwuma na no omo ye dada na wo say no ana ye no say adwuma na no mgusu deliver nti take it right away ye Muhammad Ronyo no amo prepare ye no and Electoral Commission say monyi bi nom because na munim say mo power nti Electoral Commission will have to favor you at all costs by all means and afraid the Electoral Commission who say to me na kita wa whatever boano no to me ni wo hobie nti favoritism no on timi to aso favor because say o favor we are only to me out babo no ho by amana to so aye adwuma that is the reason na MPP for brinti udi abra abro ebo
okay
the right aside that baby be kakra MPP for omo case kakra ni right Electoral Commission mo na mo be ka kire ye say here securities na mo dey declare results it is all of a sudden mo say be ka kire say enye securities biem na mo hia e election e say ye rerun na ye koto na fofra eda na mo ba be ka kire say mo here securities e dey declare results no results be na nka mo kwa
say na ne nyina ko say Electoral Commission yase na adwuma e wo fom enti na MPP for so e complain no but MPP for mo so mo complain a mo na mo gidi o ma me ni mu na mo de ne bae
of course
enti no de di mu a mo complain say
director e ho de be no ya mo na mo say o ye perfect NDC for kra ka say nyini mfiri ho mo say da bi even ye to abani wi efoforo na e ko ba say amanfo say Electoral Commission NDC for be na fru MPP for so mo mpene it is at the end of the day odidi wudi a better tiase enti ho so me no we adwe better ma twa sign say me say MPP case MPP ni case ba ko kra
case ni o metimi a wo say o kan no
better ma twa ma adwa say MPP ni case da bi denti a wuni case yesi ni pani ni madwon so ni madwuma driver ni yesi onim ka twi so ni mutwi na so do ko hwe ho a na wakun wo yire ne wo ma wo se driver ni beble mu no da bi
ni an kan
driver ya ka kire wo nti better I agree it's up to MPP for say omo be tiase say ebre bia no obi dili a better you the right thing
we say no na o say MPP for dwene wo kina me da bia no me yema dia me dwene o kina nsunsun so be ne de bebre nti na no bi no omo nim say omo yema me no yo mo ankasa ho nipa but omunim se brebi be ba kwatia wo mo ena kwatia wo mo no timi dia menka bi ana menka o dia bi before right abusua so mo kasa election wo mo nkwa o mo ye right so mo kasa wo mo nko
we kura
wo mo nto aso
na eye ehun sao there's some code any mpefe sa ba no enya de o mo kon ba we ne
sa no nti na bi o mo so mo nko
enti sa wo be ka kire se mo de mo nkwa election a the right say bi ukọ na ulusu a walusu se wanko na yekoto na opponent ne fa wafa ntini nyina ya adekro na onim se MPP sa kospandi sika ye campaign and fa so maso sika ne ba hyekwa it doesn't make sense omun save sika ne mfanto the better ye nyina ye ntia se at the end of the day ablekuma of constituency seat na MPP lose in advance no kre de e ba ko pe o ka no kre kire damfo a on say na agro the better MPP be bi o mu gina nne no they need to start understanding certain things na omo sha sin change o makwan bi but I said they wa kan ye no afidie na omo asum ye no na ayi wo wo man suma fidi pa afidie na ayi wo mo no they say unim komo afidie wo akura se na afidie bi a wo ye ayi o suma e so wo mene e so mo ane mene wo be kono na ekura kante ne mene
say afidie na yi wo mo
afidie na yi no komwa amia wo mene o de na ekoyi te wo minim ti director de it's up to wo mo
okay ti yem fancy wo
yeah yem fancy
abusua ko e ba sa ba biem ya krai fo nyina